Human, what are you doing here? I was under the impression that I was supposed to meet Silver to study. Silver can't make it? He would have told me himself. You... So, if you are to be believed, and for the record, I certainly do not believe you, you are struggling to understand the alchemical equations that we're supposed to be studying in Professor Cruel's class, and rather than approaching Professor Cruel about this issue, who is supposed to be your instructor and giving you guidance in such matters as not understanding the content discussed in class, you have instead gone the roundabout way of asking Silver to arrange a fake study night with me so that you instead could come to me because you know I'm good at this subject. This is a waste of time, but I did clear my schedule, so... Sit down. Yes, sit. I suppose we can get to work. I truly cannot fathom why you would not just go to Cruel about this, and if you were so determined to have me as your study partner, I don't understand why you wouldn't just come to me instead. How hard could it have been to ask me directly? What? Simply don't understand why you're looking at me like that. What exactly is it that you're confused on? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, well that's simple. Here. I believe the reason that you're not understanding the content is because the textbook is very broad in its way of explaining things, especially considering you have not grown up around magic. Of course it's confusing. Of course I'm sure it's in part because of your human heritage, but, well, you see, it explains this in a very abstract way. It's rather fantastical, which might be why it's hard for you to grasp, but if you put it in a more simplistic way, alchemy is a subject that people find much error in, because they don't understand it. They follow a recipe that's laid out in front of them, and yet it all blows up in their face, literally, quite often. That's what this theory portion of the lessons are supposed to be, to explain to you why things do what they do so that you know not to do things that will make your cauldron blow up in your face. But a lot of people don't understand the theory part and perform poorly because they don't understand what it has to do with an alchemy class, but it has to do with understanding everything. When you're putting together a potion or an elixir or anything with a sword, of course you need to understand how it's working. You can't just throw things in a pot and hope it all works out for the best. One of the most basic forms of alchemical equation is this: A plus B equals C. That's it. You take two elemental substances and you add them together and they give you something else. Usually the effect will come about when external magic is applied, so you can't just throw something in a pot and hope for the best, but you understand, correct? Another one of the most simple ones is actually turning one object into another. It's called a unidirectional transformation. X to Y. Y to X, either way. And of course, there's also something to represent the change in energy during an alchemical process, so that's delta E equals Q minus W. It's all very simple, really, once you get the hang of it. You just find out the rate constant, and that'll tell you what the speed of the reaction is, so you can figure out how long to leave it in there before putting in a neutralizing ingredient. And of course, this can only be adjusted by the human. Were you paying any attention at all to what I was saying? You said you were struggling with this in class, but you can't even... Well, well, having fangs is hardly the most rare trait of Fae. It really shouldn't be very surprising. Well, my ears they're a little pointed. You can, I mean, if you look at them, you can... Maybe we should get back to the equations. I mean, there's a... What do your notes say? Delta G equals delta H minus fangs with 5 Z's. Were you paying any attention at all? Human? I don't understand why you're so frustrating. If Silver had just showed up like he had to, I wouldn't... Huh? I... excuse me, human... of course, I appreciate the compliment of my looks, but this isn't relevant at all whatsoever. What? Why I haven't been talking to you about alchemical equations for the past hour and a half if you didn't come here to study? What, is this some kind of ploy to distract me? I could be serving the young master right now. What exactly are you? What? Um, well, you have a on me, but you must have hit your head on the way into the library. We should really get you to the infirmary. It's I'm under no illusions about the way people perceive me at this school, human. It doesn't matter very much to me that they think I'm annoying, because my one and only purpose here is to serve the young master. So, if you're here with the intentions to embarrass me in some way, know that I will not be embarrassed. And if this is some attempt to get closer to the young master, it is very misguided. What? You'd like, um, you'd like to, kiss me to prove it. You would be very bold to do so. Um, yes, I suppose you can, if you really are being serious. Oh, you are serious. You have a crush on me. What in the heaven am I doing? I haven't arranged flowers or gotten you a formal gift or written you a proper letter. This is all very unknightly of me. No, if I intend to court you, I surely will do it the proper way. I promise that in 2 to 3 days' time, I'll have the proper things ready to court you. I'll see you in class, human, and good luck with your equations.